Hello Panda fam, today is gonna be a treat. We're on a quest to find the best hot dog in all of British Columbia. And boy did we find it. But we're not just looking for your average mid-sized wiener with ketchup and mustard. Oh nay. We're not looking for any subpar hot dog, we're looking for the best hot dog in all of British Columbia. But how good could a hot dog be? Well, let me show you this unicorn of a hot dog. Boys and girls, I present to you Lullys Hot Dogs. And in order to get this hot dog, we had to go on a little bit of a journey. It took about an hour and 15 minutes, give or take, to get all the way there. And when you get there, you will find yourself in a parking lot with no restaurants in sight. But it's not just any parking lot, it's a Canadian Tire parking lot. And don't worry, you're not tripping balls, you are in the right place. In the middle of the parking lot, you'll find kind of like 3 or 4 gazebos stuck together. And surprisingly, there was outdoor seating, which I really appreciated. And the spot is relatively easy to find. There are posters everywhere. Now, I wasn't expecting a big production from these guys. I was kind of expecting a small hot dog stand type vibe, but I was so impressed by them. When we went inside, there was a whole different seating area. There's a fridge for cold drinks, a toppings bar for your hot dog, and oh my lord, a self-serve unlimited napkins box. I haven't seen business owners leave napkins out like that since the early 2000s. These guys must be doing really well. Now let's talk hot dogs. You got their classic New York footlong served in a pretzel bun, and you can add all sorts of toppings to it. And then there's Ruby's grilled cheese sandwich, a foot-long grilled cheese with melted cheese curds. That is freaking mind-blowing. But we had to stay on mission. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the dirty dog. A foot-long hot dog with Montreal smoked meat and cheese curds. Once we decided what we wanted, we went to bug the boss man himself. He was working alone that day, chatting up customers, cooking, slinging dogs, running cash, cleaning tables. He was doing everything. And at the same time, he's grilling hella onions behind him, and it smelled absolutely delicious. This place is so popular, the lineups can get kinda crazy. But let me show you why this place is so damn good. Now, Bossman started by unceremoniously grilling the pretzel buns. And then he wienered them up and added the sauce. That green sauce is chimichurri and it's so freaking fire. And then he laid down some of those caramelized onions. And finally what we came here for. That Montreal smoked meat with that cheesy cheese curd. Look at how good that bad boy looks. They are so generous with the meat you barely see the hot dog or the sauce anymore. I was so excited for it, and when I finally got it, it was freaking glorious. Originally, I was gonna do the review in the car, but thank God I didn't have to because this is a messy dog. This is a full footlong, not that Subway footlong, but an actual footlong. Unless Subway sponsors me, then they're a footlong too. This monster is equipped with a full-sized wiener, filled to the brim with meat, cheese, onions, and chimichurri. And I didn't know what a pretzel bun was, but now I do. It's beautiful and golden, and it looks like it's been suntanning for a lifetime. And now I don't know if I can go back to regular buns. Now you have to understand how incredibly excited I was even before biting into it. We had driven a long way and we were super hungry, and I had all that fat boy happiness flowing through my veins.
Twice. Actually 3 times. Honestly, it's almost as good as when.
And you could see it on my face. I gave it that of approval. So the bun and wiener give a lot of texture. The bun itself is dense on the outside, so it keeps the hot dog together really well. But at the same time, it's not chewy at all. It's actually super soft and fluffy on the inside. So you can see I'm actually taking clean bites. Nothing is falling out, nothing is falling apart. And in the world of like hot dogs, burgers, and even tacos, this is a huge achievement. Now you would think that a lot of the saltiness and savoriness would come from the smoked meat, but actually it comes from the sausage itself. But the smoked meat adds this amazing smoky flavor. And the meat itself is fall off the bone tender. Combined with the cheese curds, it just adds this layer of richness to it. And the chimichurri just adds that little bit of kick. And of course we have that caramelized onions that adds that amazing sweetness. Every bite was such an enjoyable experience. Considering how heavy it looks with meat and cheese and all this other stuff, you'd think you'd get bloated or have like crazy meat sweats. But I mean, look at me. I was having a great freaking time. And of course we had to top it off with a nice cold drink. And we picked root beer because it's our childhood favorite. The whole experience was absolutely mind-blowing. I actually like Lullys so much, I started working on this video right away. Now yes, the spot has the most amazing hot dog, but it's not the only reason I love this place. In one of my previous clips, you could actually hear a lot of talking in the background. A lot of laughter and chatter. And you'll periodically see me looking up. And that's because Bossman will always come out to talk to his customers. He's got a great sense of humor. He'll tell stories, entertain the crowd. And if you're a regular, he'll probably make fun of you too.
Oh, I almost dropped it. I would have laughed because I would have charged you double afterwards.
And you'll find his personality just all over his shop. From this hot dog etiquette sign to his funny merch. Now I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to sit down with the boss man himself and talk about how Lullys came to be and something else very important to him. Lullys runs a very unique program and it's worth talking about, and I hope you guys will support it too. I'll let the man himself explain it to you.
Lullys became Lullys in Victoria, actually.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it was a little sandwich bar that I opened up. I've always been in the restaurant industry, but always as a waiter or manager, mostly waiter. Never in the kitchen. And it just fell in my lap. I love cooking, and the little trailer was the next stage. And then Abbotsford came about, and yeah, I started off with a 10 by 10 pop-up tent.
Oh cool!
Daily. Shut down, put it away, and now we've got these 3 massive gazebos, and in the front corner of the parking lot we've got 3 40-foot shipping containers welded together as a pop-up restaurant. I love going to work every day. It's awesome.
You look like you're having fun. Like
It's
the
awesome.
way you talk to people, it's so great. And there's so many regulars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about this?
Oh, the kidney thing.
donor.
Yeah. Well, 4 years ago on December 8th, one of my regulars, well, actually, in June of that year, I get a phone call and this lady goes, "Hey, I need you to stop feeding my husband Tim hot dogs and smoked meat." And I'm like, "Okay, great. Who's Tim?" And she's like, "Montreal smoked meat, easy mustard." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then I knew his name. And he was having medical issues. They didn't know what was going on. And then fast forward to December of that year, they came out of the store and I was legitimately the first person they told that he needed a kidney transplant.
Oh dang.
And I know that you can live with just one. And I know they're not going to let me do it unless it's safe. So I said, "Hey, let's see if we can go down the road and see if I can become a kidney donor." And it ended up being 100% match. So
What are the odds?
I don't know. We're not blood related, but it's,
Yeah.
you know what? It was honestly the most amazing adventure, most amazing journey, looking at him with his family and going. And then about a year later, because of the social media and the platform we had, we started helping other people. And now we've done 13 people with new kidneys, and we've got a list of over, oh God, it's got to be 40 people that are still in need and that we're helping constantly, all the way from Edmonton to Kamloops and back down here. And Dave is getting his kidney on April 7th. Dustin has 2 people being tested. Felix has 1. Pravinder is still working. Ken McLeod here has, 8 people being tested. Miranda was the hardest. It was 14 months to get Miranda a kidney. She had 2 double lung transplants before that. Enrique was our fastest. Mike Hope was the fastest recovery, like amazing recovery. We've got Ryan up in Kamloops that is looking for a kidney, and we've got a bunch of people working for him. And yeah, it's time consuming.
Yeah,
It's
it must be.
time-consuming, but it's amazing. It's fun.
Do you guys have a website for that like people could look into?
No, we're just forming that right now. It's going to be kidney.dog on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. Lullys.dog is the business name, so we decided to go with kidney.dog. Bethany Frankel blew us up both about our hot dog and about the kidney journey, which was, thank you, Bethany. You are amazing. So it's been really fun. As long as you're not a Manchester United supporter, everybody is welcome.
Yeah, he hates those guys.
Oh, not hate. It's
Hates.
Actually, if you're a Manchester United supporter, come on down wearing your jersey, and we're gonna give you free food. I'm totally not gonna give him free food. We're gonna verbally castrate him, pretty much. But once they're here, they can't go anywhere else. We won't even let you sit in our chairs. If you're sitting with other people, you can sit on the curb in the rain while your friends are sitting under the gazebo.
So there's so much more than a great hot dog. They also work towards a great cause, and they're super worth checking out. I am so fucking full right now, but that was absolutely delicious. But that's not where the adventure ends. We came all the way to Abbotsford. We're not just visiting one spot. I literally drove for like an hour and 15 minutes. So we found ourselves a handsome little cafe called Old Hand Cafe. It was super cute and super comfy, and it was quite quaint. It reminded me a lot of Propaganda Coffee in Vancouver. And if you haven't been to Propaganda Coffee, please go. They're a great cafe that you should definitely support. I got myself a caramel latte, and I think the coffee itself tasted okay. Honestly, I can't even be sure, because the latte was way too freaking sweet. So maybe if you go there, just order a normal latte. None of this caramel stuff. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. If you liked this video, or if you didn't like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it.